What's up everybody, Brad here with the Money Dad channel. In this video I want to talk about Facebook, or Meta as they call it now. Stock ticker is still FB though, so we'll go with Facebook. It's just easier, right? That's the legacy name. I want to talk about the chart for this stock. We're going to talk about a pattern that is shaping up on this chart that looks super bullish to me. I think there are some pretty good gains to be had here over the coming weeks, maybe month or so in Facebook. And really, I mean, this is just a great stock to hold long term anyway. It is a cash generating juggernaut. If we dive into the financials of the company, I mean, I could spend an hour doing that. I won't. In this video, I want to talk about this chart pattern, but super quick. I mean, they have amazing profit margins on pretty fantastic revenue as well. I mean, there's a reason why it is one of the largest companies in the world, right? There's a great reason for that, and it's just because it just generates cash like nobody's business. So that is, there's no real downside, in my opinion, to holding this long term. But I do see a short-term pattern, and maybe medium-term, because I think it's going to play out over the next couple of weeks, maybe month. That has serious upside potential. So I want to show you guys that if you're into trading and not holding this long term, then this could be a good trade. I'm not a financial advisor though, so this is just my opinion here. This is for entertainment purposes. I do have money in Facebook already actually, so please understand that I try to make these videos as unbiased as possible. I will tell you I do have money in Facebook, but I'm not showing you this chart pattern because I have money in Facebook. I'm showing you this chart pattern because I went down my list to look for chart patterns to make a YouTube video on. I started up at the top of my list with backed BKKT, went one more stock down, found the first chart pattern that I could find that I was confident in. It looked like a good chart pattern. Really only took me 2 charts, which sometimes I go through my whole list and I don't find any chart patterns that look like that I'm confident, that I should make a video about because I'm that confident on. This time I got to the second one, Facebook. Okay, so all that said, let's jump into this. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. There's a couple gaps that we have on this chart over the last couple of weeks that kind of make it difficult to see this chart pattern. But if you have already found it, good on you guys, because this one kind of didn't jump out at me at first, but I had to jump down into the hourly candlesticks. Right now, by the way, I'm on the daily, right? So you can see this is all November action right here, and it goes all the way back to May. So this is a pretty long time frame we're talking about. Each candlestick represents one day. And if we pop this down so that each candlestick represents 1 hour, I'm in TradingView, by the way, tradingview.com. That's the tool that I use to look at charts. If we pop this down so that each candlestick represents 1 hour, it makes it a little bit easier for me to see this chart pattern. Okay, let's keep kind of consolidating this down, and you can see we are coming down, right, from the top left of the screen. We are coming down. That is a bear trend, right? Bearish trend. So we're looking for chart patterns that require a bear trend, right? So we're either looking at something that's going to reverse into a bull trend or continue a bear trend. So that narrows down what we're looking for, right? So we've got our bear trend coming into these squigglies right here, right? And if I draw a line right here, maybe that helps you guys figure out what I'm talking about. Do you see what I'm getting at yet? I see a left shoulder, a head, and right now, as we speak, we are forming a right shoulder, and this is in an inverted head and shoulders pattern, so it's upside down, right? So if it was right side up, it would be very bearish. This one is upside down, so this is very bullish. This suggests that this stock, if we come back up and break through this neckline, that's a big if, right? I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen. Even if we do break above this neckline, I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen. But the odds certainly get a lot better after we break above that neckline. So we need Facebook to get, and this is a rough sketch, I'll get more detailed here in a minute, but it looks like we need to get kind of to that maybe even 350 area. We need Facebook to get back above 350 to kind of confirm that we've broken above the neckline and we're gonna be shooting to the moon here. So big if there, because Facebook is currently sitting at 336, 335, that area right now. So the projection on an inverse head and shoulders, we think that it's going to head up to this neckline. It's going to break above it, possibly retrace and test the neckline again and act as support. And once that support holds, it shoots up. All right, so I can make a price target based off of this pattern, based off of what we see happening here. So let's go ahead and do that. This is just a rough sketch, my little drawings, my squigglies. I'm not very good at drawing, so please forgive me here. But that was just to give you a really, kind of general idea of what I'm looking at. Now I'm going to go in there and make a little more precise of a neckline, and we can base a price target based off of that neckline. So let's do that, because I know that's what everybody wants to see, right? What is the price target? All right, so let's clear off those yellows. Let's get back down to the daily, because I prefer to look at daily candlesticks. Now that you guys know what I'm looking at here, we can get back to the daily, right? So I want to see a neckline based off of these touch points. So we're going to start there, and then we're going to move it out a little bit, because we need a little bit of room to base this projection off of. Okay, so we've got our neckline, right? You see this is our left shoulder upside down, this is our head upside down, this is going to be our right shoulder upside down. We're heading up to the neckline, so I can project that we might break through it in about a week, maybe the end of next week or beginning of the week after that. Looks like November 19th, right? So we're probably going to head like that, break through, come down, retest it maybe around the beginning of December, and then from there we're going to take off. And how we get that price target for that takeoff is by measuring the distance between the neckline and the head. So I like to be conservative with these estimates. I'm not going to use the wicks of the candles. I'm going to use looks like the close on 27 October is going to be what I'm measuring off of. So let's take that, measure up to the neckline, and we get about $33.75 of price action between the bottom of that head and that neckline, right? $33.75. So we take that $33.75 and we're going to project it from wherever we see support. You can see, or you can hear probably, one of my dogs is just being absolutely crazy under my feet right now. So let's say we find support right here on this neckline. We're going to add $33.75, and we get a price target of $386.11. We'll call it $385 to be safe. Lola, yo, going wild. She loves it when I make YouTube videos. She just, every time I make a video, she's like, you know what, I'm going to make a ton of noise right now, right when you want the room to be quiet. Love her to death, though. Wouldn't trade her for the world. So we've got $385 for our price target on Facebook. Now, hey, Facebook is currently trading at $335, so we're talking about $50 of upside on Facebook from here, with the caveat of we need to break through the neckline to really confirm. So I'm giving you guys kind of a heads up to keep an eye on this one. I'm not saying jump in right now, even though I have money in Facebook right now because I think it's a great long-term investment. So if you want to invest for that purpose, awesome. I think it's a great company to invest in. But if you want to put money into this on the trade, it's safer to wait until we break above that neckline. That confirms the inverse head and shoulder pattern, and then you have a far more likely chance that we're going to head up to that price target of $385. Okay, that's what I got, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Did I get this one right? Do you think I'm crazy? What do you think about Facebook, the new name, Meta? I don't think the name is really going to affect anything. I would prefer to still call it Facebook just because it's easier to call it Facebook. I guess it's Meta Platforms now. It doesn't change the fact that they make a ton of money at a great profit margin. Okay, so the financials and fundamentals are there for a great long-term investment. I also see a great short-term potential here on this stock. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.